This is London in the 1890s, the largest city on Earth, and the administrative and financial heart of the British Empire. Thanks to new AI tools, we can bring back the London of the past. This video will take you along Tower Bridge, Big Ben, Piccadilly Circus, and much more. It will surprise you how London looked back then, especially the last place we're visiting. Let's dive back into time. London is not one unit. The City of London is just 1 square mile. The old medieval core around St. Paul's and the Bank, with its own local government and its own police. Surrounding it is the much larger urban sprawl, West End, East End, and miles of suburbs. The scale is hard to overstate. In the 1891 census, Greater London counted over 5.5 million people. By 1901, it was over 6.2 million. That growth is visible everywhere. New streets, new rail lines, and housing spreading outward into what had been fields only a generation earlier. At the political centre sits Westminster, Parliament, the big government departments of Whitehall, and the ministries that administer an empire and a global navy. In the city, finance concentrates around the Bank of England, the Royal Exchange, and the London Stock Exchange. The concentration of money and decision-making is one reason London's influence reaches far beyond Britain. If you want to understand London, start with the Thames. This river is a working highway, and the docks along it are the economic engine of the city. In the east, you have the great enclosed dock complexes, St. Catherine Docks near Tower Hill, the London Docks at Wapping, the West India and Millwall Docks on the Isle of Dogs, and farther downriver, the Royal Victoria and Royal Albert Docks, built for the larger steamships of the late Victorian age. By around 1900, estimates put the Port of London's wharves and docks at roughly 7.5 million tonnes of cargo a year. The work that shifts this cargo is intensely physical. Barrels, bales, timber, grain, tea, wool, and manufactured goods. Most dock labour is casual. Men gather for the daily call-on, and foremen pick who works and who goes home unpaid. Only a few years earlier, in 1889, that insecurity helped spark the London dock strike. About 100,000 dockers walked out, demanding a minimum rate of 6p an hour. The dockers' tanner, and more predictable hiring. The strike became a landmark moment in Britain's labour movement. On the streets, almost everything still runs on horsepower. With some 300,000 horses in use in the city by the 1890s, estimates put the waste at about 1,000 tonnes of dung dropped on London streets each day. That's why you see crossing sweepers, often boys, clearing paths across the worst junctions in return for pennies. The main public transport in central London is the horse bus. By the 1890s, the city has over 2,000 horse buses, using around 25,000 horses. Between buses and cabs, the streets are a constant negotiation of turning circles, braking distances, and shouted right-of-way. For faster, point-to-point travel, Londoners rely on cabs, especially the hansom cab. Trams also run on many corridors, but in the 1890s these are still largely horse-drawn. Then there are the railways, London's second bloodstream. Long-distance lines pour into huge termini: Paddington, Euston, King's Cross, St Pancras, Liverpool Street, Victoria, Charing Cross, and Waterloo. These stations are not just transport hubs, they are employment centres, and they reshape neighbourhoods around them with hotels, warehouses, and cheap lodging. Victorian London is constantly under construction, but it is not yet a city of steel towers. Most buildings rise 4 to 6 stories, brick, stone, and iron. The biggest changes are in infrastructure. In 1894, Tower Bridge opens as a new crossing east of London Bridge, designed to let tall masted ships reach the upstream docks. Its bascules are raised by hydraulic machinery originally powered by steam, and the bridge becomes both a working piece of transport and a symbol of modern engineering. In 1897, the Blackwall Tunnel opens under the Thames, linking Poplar and Greenwich. It's built to relieve pressure on ferries and bridges and to speed the movement of goods and workers between the two banks. If you walk west from the city, you reach the West End, a concentration of shops, theatres, restaurants, clubs, and government. Regent Street and Oxford Street are already major shopping streets, and large plate glass windows let department stores display goods in ways that would have been impossible earlier in the century. Go east, and the picture changes fast. The East End is dense and industrial, with small workshops and crowded housing close to docks, wharves, and factories. One of the best guides to this landscape is Charles Booth's investigation into London life and labour. Booth's team mapped streets by income and class, and his conclusions were blunt. Around 30% of Londoners lived in poverty or in want. Thanks for watching this reconstruction of 1890s London. If you enjoyed walking these streets, seeing the docks, the railways, the markets, and the city's contrasts, please leave a like and tell me which moment stood out most. What city, decade, or neighbourhood should we bring back to life next? Drop your request in the comments and share this video with anyone who loves London's history. If you want more historically faithful AI reconstructions from photographs, engravings, and paintings, subscribe so you don't miss the next journey.